All right, we're live. Sorry, Matt. Matt's already been. Sorry, mate. Just a couple of minutes late. But we're still managing to get it out. We've had to bring it forwards a bit because of a busy schedule. But
shouldn't you be busy today anyway, Matt? In at Jess's birthday, shouldn't you be out whining and dining, not sat on a?
Maybe they're at lunch or they're at a restaurant, and Matt's just checking it out on his phone. How's it going anyway, mate? You all right?
Yeah, all good. We were just saying, weren't we, before we come on, like, it's mad that we're already doing another pod for this game week because
I know
only games last night, but it's got to be done.
Yeah, I think the way that they were staggered midweek, having a couple on Thursday as well, really kind of means that it just comes around super quick. A bit unfortunate for Arsenal last night, son.
Yeah, it's just one of those games. It could have, like, if we'd won, like, or there was a draw, like, you know, it could have been anything really, but fair play, they got the job done. We didn't, so we moved.
Yeah, from a selfish perspective, it's quite good because it keeps the league nice and tight. It stops you guys from kind of pulling away. I think right from West Ham, 4th on 24 points down to.
Well, you're only 4 points behind, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. 10th, 19 points. So there's only 5 points between 4th and 10th. So
that was a big game, really, in the context of the season. So we would have been 8 points clear of United.
It was. Yeah, so in a way, even though I'm not the biggest United fan, that's for sure. But I think from our perspective, it was better that way. And Leicester, obviously, we're a bit unlucky against Southampton, but we've got Villa and Newcastle next. So just need to go on a little run, man, and we'll be right in the mix. So
that's what it's all about. This, I think, now you're going to see the teams with the best squads are going to be rinsing it over Christmas because I already saw like a few performances where teams were looking knackered already.
City, like Pep before the last game saying, "Oh, we're in an injury crisis."
I know, it's ridiculous.
14 fit players. It's like, fuck off, because you've got the biggest budget in the world, basically, and it was his decision not to sign another striker because he's just an arrogant knob. And then B, like, how can he say he's only got 14 fit players? Like Mahrez still hardly ever starts. Like they've got all like world class players who don't get into their team, and they've got like that Palmer and a couple of other like youth players.
Yeah, and it's not like it's like Grealish and Foden will be back like this game week, or if not the next. So
yeah. Oh, I can't stand the guy. I actually can't stand him, man. He just chats so much shit.
Yeah, he needs to fuck off.
Yeah, I can't stand. But yeah, I think these next few weeks are gonna be really key. It's mad, isn't it? I was just that Tottenham are 6th. If they win their game in hand, they're in the top. They're top 4.
I know. They had like a really good start, didn't they? Because remember, Nuno got manager of the month. Then sacked.
They won their first 3. Yeah.
There's like a lot of teams have been on different paths, like good start, then shit, then good again. We've been like fair, other than like a really shit start, we've been quite consistent.
Yeah, we've sort of just been picking up points every now and again and just hanging on in there. I think that's the thing. It only takes a good little run. Like none of those teams have been particularly consistent. So
I think this season for top 4 anyway, it'll come down to results against the other teams. So losing to United last night was like really bad. So if you boys can like win any of your big games,
well, I think we got Villa at the weekend. If we lose that, we're level on points with them, which is crazy. It's crazy. Like there's a lot of ups and downs in the table at the moment. Cool. Do you want to get clean up propaganda? So I'm feeling pretty good because there we go. Like, it wasn't a convincing win in the end, but I did take a -4, which you didn't, right?
I didn't take a -4, no.
So it was pretty close in the end, but a much needed win on my part.
Yeah. Poor captain choice by me. Didn't pay off.
That was the key, wasn't it? That was the key. Yeah. It's a bit boring just going for Sadar every week, but
I know. It's got to be done, really, isn't it?
It does. It basically does. Like, there's in one of my head-to-head leagues with like Billy and that, we got there's a team called Deleted Player, and it's because I think Max Jimpson maybe set it up, but he gave it a rude name. I think it had cunt in the name or something.
Oh, okay.
So they deleted the account, but the team still exists.
Yeah.
So he's never made any transfers, right? And it's like, well, I'll bring it up later maybe, but it's had Salah captain, and it's got like Trent, and it's got, and literally like I think he's top of our head-to-head league. Never changed the team, just Salah captain the whole season.
Yeah, it's like you, because he's a Liverpool fan. Like he forgot about midweek. It was like, oh fuck, like because he had some Everton players in there, but he still had Salah captain as always and Jota.
Yeah, that's it, and like that's all you need. If like, yeah, it's crazy. It's actually crazy. It just shows that without doing any transfers, nothing, you can still be, you can still be up there. But it's like, I think obviously as the season goes on, if I'm still going to have to catch up, I can't just keep going Salah every week. But then, like you say, you'll still get people picking the order. Like I saw, was it really Captain Kane? I saw someone captain Antonio. Might have been Pernell. So yeah, you look at like Everton away. Oh, that could be a tricky fixture, but it just doesn't really matter when you're on like 4 months.
And they're averaging over 3 goals a game, aren't they? So
yeah, Jota again as well. For Christ's sake, I thought we were at least going to get a blank from him, but it didn't happen.
I think Firmino is expected back though a bit sooner than expected, so he probably only got a couple more weeks of enjoying that run. So I'm not putting him in for now.
Yeah, and should we have a little look at your team? Your pointage.
And the most annoying thing about this is that I just got down to uses going down there to watch the Arsenal game.
Yeah.
And then, obviously Spurs game was like started early, so I was watching that. And it looked like it was a Son assist for a Davis goal.
Yeah.
And it was blooming matey boy headed it onto his own player, so it was an OG assist and an OG. Originally, they gave the assist to Son, but I knew that they were going to wipe it off.
Oh, really? Yeah. Yeah, that's I mean, it's a big swing, isn't it? That's a huge swing because, you'd be looking at like, God knows, another like 15 odd points just for that.
I was surprised I even got up to 70 in the end. I mean, I just had like an all round, like half the team did good and half the team did nothing basically. So
yeah, that's similar to mine actually. But Diaz getting a goal was pretty big.
Yeah, because especially with in a way it was better for me with Villa scoring because a lot of people have obviously got Cancelo. So
funny thing is that so Son captain instead of Salah cost you 7 points.
Yeah.
Which would have put us level. So it would have put us on 77 each.
And then obviously I had James who didn't start. And who came on? I had Smith Rowe coming on though, so that was all good. But obviously Foden didn't play either. So I had Antonio come on, I think.
Yeah.
No, can't remember now. Gallagher, that was it.
Oh yeah.
So
I had the same two not playing. James and Foden was quite lucky. Well, I was pretty lucky that Foden didn't come on in the end because Smith Rowe was obviously a better option and he was behind him for me. But yeah, Callum Wilson finally coming good as well. That pen was scabby, man.
And it is like there's one replay they showed like a bit of a close up, and he almost like hit it off of his heel, and the keeper should have definitely saved it.
Keeper's there. He's dived. He's in the perfect. He's literally there. Like I think
the penalty was like a bit debatable as well, wasn't it? I can't remember now. It might not be.
It was VAR. It was a handball, wasn't it?
He was only like a meter away, but it was going on target. So
yeah, it seems like now it's like the unnatural position takes precedence over the distance.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, that one was the unnatural position. Yeah.
Yeah, which I suppose it's kind of fair enough. Your hands up here, but it is a bit harsh sometimes when it's literally like clattered at you from like a yard away or whatever.
Yeah. Not really too much more to say about this other than
in the end, 70 in the context of the season, it's a pretty good score in the end.
Yeah, Davis still got me a clean sheet, so he was worth bringing in. And Huang has just been, he's gone.
I mean, he's had a price drop. Yeah, has he gone?
Yeah, I got rid before.
Yeah, nice.
Do you want to have a look at yours?
I think that Leicester are interested in him. I saw a rumor the other day. It's like
what in Huang?
Yeah, that's probably bullshit, but unless they might be thinking he's like Okazaki 2.0 or something. I don't know. They do
got to sell those shirts.
Yeah, they do like an Asian representative, like the Thai owners for sure. Yeah, cool. Let's have a little gander at mine. Yeah, so I think, yeah, obviously with the -4, so
58 average as well, so you smashed it really.
yeah, no, it's a strong week for me. So but still, well, the only things I was a bit annoyed about was, like I said, I was saying it heavily on last week's pod, wasn't I? That as I was regretting not putting Robertson in,
Yeah,
because it was a rash decision. It was like as soon as Trent got an assist last week, I was like, right, that's it, he's got to go in. But then I watched Match of the Day and I was like, Robbo's on it, and sure enough, Robbo got the assist and not Trent. And I think we're now getting towards that stage where it's actually getting quite 50-50 between them.
yeah. He did have a good game though, Trent. From what I saw, he just
did he?
Yeah.
Trent, he's got the advantage. He takes more set pieces, scores more goals. But Robbo he can be more productive as like an actual kind of winger. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and he can sometimes make like last ditch like challenges. He tends to like his recovery runs are better, and that can get you bonus points a lot of the time as well.
Yeah, true. So it's a bit. I did consider swapping them straight out again, but I'm just going to leave it and just stick with Trent for the time being. But Robbo is
maybe the wild card.
Yeah, quite possibly. And then the other one was Benteke. Just both transfers, just not the best transfers. I don't. I take.
He didn't start, did he?
No, he didn't start, which I wasn't expecting. But I like I said, I take full responsibility for that transfer. It was a bad chat. I mean. Yeah, there's other than like a little spurt of form recently under Vieira, there's nothing to say that Benteke is a good shout at all. So he is going to come back out, but probably next week because he would have been on the bench either way, and any striker. Yeah, and any striker that I would bring in for him would probably be on the bench too. I can't remember who Watford are playing, but
City.
Oh yeah, City. Well, there you go. Yeah,
because everyone's going to whack Dennis in now, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm considering King. I am considering.
Yeah,
King.
one of the two. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the two. Obviously, King's slightly more expensive, but yeah, I'm not sure yet out of those two.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mason Mount is good to see him finally come good.
Yeah.
It's not been great for me since I put him in, and hopefully that'll get him a little run of games again now.
Well, in the games that he has played, like a lot of minutes, he's done bits. So
yeah, exactly.
If he does start, then he's good value.
And yeah, good for bonus because obviously Mount and Reguilon both getting free bonus. I think Rafinha got 2 or
I think he got
none. No, he didn't get any actually. He didn't get any, which is weird in a 1-0 win. But I suppose it was a pen.
Yeah, Son didn't get any bonus last night either. When I know it's the second goal of the game, so maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I reckon he must. Yeah, he must have like
again. Defenders do seem to get the majority of the bonus points.
Yeah. But see, this week was one of those weeks as well where the average is low because all those who have packed their defense with Chelsea, with Liverpool, or with City, it didn't pay off this week. So
they looked a bit dodgy, didn't they, Chelsea? I was watching Match of the Day. Watford were like all over them. Even Tuchel said afterwards they got lucky.
They were lucky. Yeah. Watford are pretty good going forwards, to be fair. They
probably just a one-off.
Yeah. But yeah, decent. And if you have a look at the Foxes in Fantasy League, I think I actually got the highest score in the league this week, which must be a first this season. It must.
Yeah, you did. I looked at it earlier.
So I will take that.
You and Matt are having a bit of a ding-dong mid-table battle there, aren't you?
Back and forth. See, so Dom's consistency is continuing, but Billy, I noticed with Billy's team because he's gone so heavy on the defense that it let him down a bit this week.
Yeah.
Let's have a little look at that. Yeah, 78.
So it's funny because I was saying like Duffy's not playing anymore, but I think somebody got injured in that game and he came on.
Yeah.
So he could be back in there now.
Yeah. Yeah, so might be worth sticking with now. Although Brighton are dropping off.
They are, yeah.
Compared to the start that they had.
Pookie.
Pookie's nice finish as well, wasn't it? It was a good goal.
That was a good goal, yeah.
He's actually been doing all right. He has been doing all right. But yeah, me and Matt still have quite similar teams. Vardy missed. Did you see his miss as well, 1-on-1?
Yeah, he was like leaning back, like sort of got stuck behind him a bit.
Yeah, it was like a poor setup. It's like the touch he took to set himself up was like too far away from him, and
yeah.
But still, it was poor. He should have buried that.
Do you think there's a chance that Iheanacho or Daka will start the next one?
I don't know. I think.
Did he play the full 90?
Yeah, I think he brought Daka on, but he kept Vardy on, so they were both playing. I really want to see Daka start a game, but I don't know. The other one is I don't know how much he is, but Dewsbury Hall came on at half time for Samari because Samari wasn't playing very well, and he's quality, man. He's quality, and he gets forward quite a lot.
Yeah, I did see a bit of him on Match of the Day. He looked like he was decent. Yeah.
He must be pretty cheap, but I think at the same time, another goal for Madders. I think Madders is the one.
Yeah.
At the moment, Dewsbury Hall is only 4.5 though, 4.5, and I reckon I'd be very surprised if he doesn't start the next few games until Tielemans is back.
Yeah.
Matt saying Vardy's gone. I guess that's Vardy. Yeah, Vardy's gone. Well, at least you got the brace out of him last week, so it was worth hanging on until now. But I do think that Vard should go. Let's have a little look at Dom's. We're seeing as he's top. You two are close, man. It's tight. Yeah. He did all right considering nothing from the defense except from Cody, nothing from attack, Gallagher, nothing. But Jota, Jota and Cody have helped him out big time.
Well, I remember you said I've got to give him a shout out because he's had Cody in for like a few weeks and he keeps getting clean sheets. But you might want to look at their next few fixtures because.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh shit! I've still got Jimenez.
Yeah.
I had not realised that. I don't think I'd looked at their fixtures.
They do seem to. I mean, they couldn't score against who they have, Burnley. So
that's a bit worrying because if I was going to take Benteke out, I mean, at least Palace have got some decent fixtures coming up. Yeah, I quite like Son. Obviously, you've got him in, but Tottenham's fixture is really good. I think Son is the one. So I could potentially take him in as out for a cheaper striker and look to get Son into my midfield, maybe.
Yeah. So his defence let him down, other than Cody this week. But
Bamford's back as well, apparently, isn't he?
Yeah, I saw that. Bamford and somebody else they had out long terms back. I think it was.
They've got really tough fixtures though the next few weeks as well.
Yeah, he's not going to play 90 every week either, is he? Like if he's just come back.
No.
From a long injury.
No. In fact, Rafinha is going to come out after this week. I think they've got Brentford at home, but then it's really tough. So he'll be coming out. What about Billy? Let's have a little look. Jimenez
poor week for Bill.
Have you taken a -4 then, have you, Matt? Vardy and Jimenez. Be good to know.
Yeah.
Captain Antonio.
Yeah, they've gone off it.
They have. Yeah, he's gone off it specifically. But who are they at home to? Brighton.
They were home to Brighton, yeah.
Yeah, so
they got Chelsea next.
Yeah, but you would think Antonio could do well in that, but he has really, really dropped off.
Yeah, he's starting to go down a bit in price as well. But I don't know about you. I'm sticking with him for now, just because I'm finding it hard at the moment to make any changes that, cause the ones I want to put in are high price players, so I'm gonna have to move quite a few people around.
Yeah. Bernardo keeps coming good, doesn't he?
What a goal that was!
Yeah, that was a finish. It's weird with Man City, innit? Last season, Gundogan was the one,
Yeah.
And then, a few weeks ago it was all about Foden. Now it's like all about Bernardo. Just like they go in little spurts.
They do.
So it makes it so hard to predict. I've got my eye on Riyadh. He started the last couple of games.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's almost like trying to predict who the next one's going to be, because I feel like the bandwagon has been missed on Bernardo, but I also feel like he will drop off in terms of goals.
Yeah.
And it's like who's going to take over from him after that?
You know the guy who's top of our money league?
Yeah.
He's in top 20,000. I think he's like 15,000. But
yeah.
He hasn't added. I was chatting to him. He hasn't had a Man City player in all season. He just won't put any in because of Pep Roulette. So it shows you don't, even though City are lethal,
Yeah,
you don't necessarily have to have a City player in to be doing well.
No, true. Maybe a defender. Like if you had to, it would be a different, either Diaz or Cancelo in it. But yeah, because that's the thing. It's like individually, it's just impossible to predict. Like Foden might play the next game. Bernardo might be on the bench. It could easily happen.
Yeah, that's it. The team that has, like, Bernardo has played 90 minutes, I think, pretty much. Yeah, he's due a rest. And I noticed that Walker was rested, wasn't he? And Zinchenko played. So I'm wondering if this next game Walker might be back and Cancelo might be dropped. Zinchenko carries on, but I don't know. Cancelo seems like a pretty fit player. I can't see him. You can't drop him really, the form that he's on.
Yeah, I suppose with Chelsea and Liverpool playing how they are as well, they need to be careful because they can't. They don't want to be dropping points.
No. Gray on the bench as well, Sly.
Oh yeah, well yeah. You wouldn't have expected him to do anything in that.
Greg got 53 as well.
Not bad, but yeah, Captain Armstrong.
Oh dear.
There's a passionate Leicester supporter for you there, captain in the opposition striker. No, I can't blame him. Like I say, Leicester haven't kept a clean sheet since the first game of the season. We did concede 2, so it wasn't a bad shout. But Armstrong, whilst he's been playing well, he doesn't, he'll get the odd goal in it. He's not been exactly scoring loads.
The captain choice is key. Like if you've had Salah captain every week, then.
Well, especially now where a lot of teams are quite similar. Because that's where the main kind of difference is going to be. But I think people have learned their lesson now, and I think Armstrong. Salah's going to be the one for most people. Armstrong, for fuck's sake. We did concede 2. From I didn't watch the full game, but from what I saw, Armstrong wasn't particularly involved. But. Yeah, I mean, captaining an opposition attacking player against Leicester at the moment, it's not a bad shout at all.
It's tricky, isn't it? Because if you are trying to catch up, like you said, you're looking for differentials, but it's probably safer to go with the majority for captain and use your differentials as the points that. I mean, it's going to be slow to catch up, but that's. I noticed that I think you're only like 70 points behind me now rather than like 100, so you chipped away at it like 10 points a week. So
yeah, obviously it can. Yeah, it's hard to do that consistently, but yeah, that's my plan. Chip away at / stay in touch, and then go make or break when I can. But yeah, it's. I think, like you say, it's still that captain in Salah it's just very hard to avoid at the moment. Yeah. Cool. You have a little gunner at Page, maybe. What we at? About half hour. I noticed he's got rid of all of his Arsenal players where you have White on the bench, but
our fixtures have been a bit harder recently. I mean, I've stuck with Ramsdale because I think he can still get some save points, and obviously Smith Rowe I think is just a no-brainer. But yeah, I took White out last week as well. He did play well against United, but it's just we've gone off it a little bit in terms of our defending. But I think we've got some decent fixtures coming up. Yeah, not too bad.
It's a bit strange this week. It's very rare that Chelsea, City, and Liverpool are all going to concede in the same game week.
Yeah.
So that has had a knock-on effect. Obviously, Diaz owners got away with it because he scored, but because that's where a lot of people have been putting their money. And if if we do get a few weeks where they all concede, then it's good. It's good news for me and for because I'm not quite so reliant on those teams.
Should we have a look at the fixtures coming up for this week?
Yeah. Have you made we'll come to our teams. Well, yeah, no. Have you made any transfers?
Well, yeah, let's do that first. Actually, let's go on. So, I have put, like I said, Hwang's out. I put Watkins in, which there's a few people transferring in.
Yeah, he's playing Leicester.
Honestly, it is because I just think your defense is. I'm not saying they're going to win, but your defense is. You are leaking a lot of goals. I see you're conceding like 1 or 2 goals every game.
What's happened to Danny Ings? Are they starting together, or has he been dropped? Or
no, he's injured. He's on like.
Oh, is he?
He's red or orange.
Okay.
I don't think he's back for this game. But yeah, he's picked up a bit in the last few weeks, and I've seen a few quotes from Gerrard saying that he's like really impressed with him and like he's going to sort of build a team around him.
Well, I didn't even realize he played that many 90 minutes. He's had a pretty poor season, hasn't he, so far?
Yeah, but the last few weeks, a goal every other week in a team that's not doing that great is. But his fixtures, I mean, I've sort of got a plan of like rotation with him and Antonio because they both like the week when Watkins has got a toughie, Antonio's got a decent one, so I can flip between. But yeah, last season he scored 14 goals, 9 assists. I mean, if he can start hitting a bit of a run now, Villa are picking up a little bit. I'm hoping that could be a good little differential. Although I am kind of regretting not putting Dennis in and then potentially saving that couple of mil extra to start thinking about getting another big boy in.
Yeah. It's good. Actually, quite a good week for Livermore. Obviously, I've taken him out, but home to Brighton isn't bad. By the way, Matt's saying you're copying him again. I think with the Watkins transfer, but Matt's taking a -8, so he's made 3 free transfers. So
that's the other thing. Because I had my 2 free transfers, and earlier in the week I actually put so I had Foster, who's obviously injured, so I knew he was going to go down. So I put this guy in because he's 3.9 just to save 0.2, and I didn't have anything else to do.
Right.
Because there was a sort of a plan where I could have got Sancho in for Gallagher, but United are still. I think Greenwood's the one. Just need to make sure that he's going to be playing under the new matey. If Greenwood's back and starting, then he'll be going in soon.
I saw he's dropped. He dropped this week.
Greenwood.
He's
down to 7.3 now, so pretty good value. And Rashford's been shit, so.
Yeah,
but it could be him or Martial. It could be any one of them. So,
it's going to be interesting to see how they line up under the new manager. And
Ronaldo went off injured as well, didn't he? So I'm not sure. He went off with holding his hamstring with 10 minutes to go.
Oh, really?
But then they cut. He was limping off, and then they cut to him in the tunnel, and he was sprinting down the tunnel.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
So probably not that bad.
But yeah, those who have hung on to Ronaldo, and there aren't many, but they got rewarded. But yeah, they're really. I think you don't see him very often in people's teams anymore. I wonder how many is selected by now, but it's got to be pretty low compared to what it was. All right, let me get mine. Yeah, just get it out now. Cool. Let me just make this bigger. Okay, cool. So I have only made 1 transfer, and that is Ramsdale. I am actually copying you on that one. Ramsdale in for Sanchez, who has been increasingly dodgy.
He's so dodgy. Teams know it as well. They're putting corners right in on him, I've noticed, and he's punching and claiming it is all over the shop. Yeah.
And it just aside from that, Brighton have definitely tailed off. Everton away, I thought without Calvert-Lewin, they're not exactly scoring many goals. No. And then, you've got some tasty fixtures.
2 back-to-back home games after Everton, I think. So
Southampton at home, West Ham at home, Leeds, Norwich, Wolves. So those next kind of 5 fixtures over Christmas, pretty good.
Yeah.
So So yeah, a bit late on the Ramsdale bandwagon, but yeah, I'm happy. And also, I figured if I do double up with Tomiyasu like you were early in the season, then that's some big differential points if Arsenal do keep a couple of clean sheets.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So other than that, though, no changes. That's all I'm going to do. I think I don't want to take any minus. I've got like I say, Rafinha. I think this will be his last week in the team because, like I said, they got Chelsea, Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool, 4 games in a row.
I noticed actually that over the next few weeks, you've got quite a lot of the top teams playing the bottom teams, and the bottom teams aren't scoring many goals. So yeah, if you've got your Chelsea, Liverpool, City defenders, like pretty much everyone has, then yeah, it's looking good. I'm probably going to have to. I forgot to say on my team, I've probably got a captain Son again because they're home to Norwich. Although, yeah, they still didn't look great, did they, against Brentford? But
no, I mean,
Wolves don't concede many. Is my only thinking with maybe not captain Salah again.
Like I say, that doesn't. It just doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. Like Liverpool are scoring 3 goals on average. They scored 2+ goals 18 games in a row. Like do you know what I mean? They smashed. They put goals past Atletico Madrid, who are supposedly like one of the best defensive teams in the world. Like, so they smashed you boys, and your defense has been pretty good lately.
That's true, yeah.
So I just don't think it matters. That's the thing.
And it doesn't look like he's going to get a rest, does it? He just plays 90 minutes every week.
Nah, he wouldn't. No, he's like not as not quite got the same mentality as like a Ronaldo, but you can tell like it's like he's pretty much undroppable at this point. But yeah, I'm happy. I'm pretty happy with that back 4 and their fixtures. I think West Ham is the only slightly dodgy one, but obviously James gets a lot of attacking points anyway.
And everyone's got at least one Chelsea defender anyway, isn't it? So
yeah, exactly. But yeah, I'm a little bit. My striker choices is just very difficult. Like Antonio, Chelsea at home, Jimenez, Liverpool at home, and Benteke away to United. So, but then obviously, Dennis or King. If I went for them, they've got Man City. So I just figured I'll probably just go for Antonio and hope for the best. And also, if Antonio does score, then that'll be good because of the amount of Chelsea clean sheets. So that will ruin.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like we said, they didn't look great again. If James isn't back and it's like as Piliqueta and Alonso, then they're definitely a bit more susceptible to conceding. Yeah,
for sure. So fixture wise, we got West Ham, Chelsea. I do think there's a good chance that West Ham will get a goal in that game. But in fact, it's definitely not a gimme for Chelsea, that one.
No.
Is Lukaku back yet? Do we know?
Yeah, he came on. Wait, hang on a minute. He came on. He's been back for 2 games, but I think he came on in the first game back. I can't remember who they played. And then the last game he didn't start, but I don't know if he came on against Watford or not. Because I remember I was saying like there's a chance. I was reading that there's a chance that he wouldn't start. I've seen a few people in our money league captained him, hoping that he'd be back and that they'd smash Watford, but obviously that didn't happen.
Right, yeah.
But I expect he probably will start this next game. But yeah, like I said, West Ham's not an ideal game for him to.
Yeah. I read, there was a stat actually after Mount scored that apparently Mount is. I assume this was only in the league, but he's the highest scorer under Tuchel, and he was also the first player to reach double figures. So like. That's mad, isn't it? Because Tuchel's been there for quite a while.
Yeah.
And he was the first person to hit 10 goals.
It was January last year that he came in, wasn't it? So it's been a year, basically.
Yeah. So obviously, they do spread their goals about, but yeah, you wouldn't have expected that.
No.
Newcastle Burnley could be a good one for Wilson again.
Yeah, and maybe St. Maximan as well. For like Matt and quite a lot of people have got him. Yeah. Much
Still
rather
no wins, though. Still no wins. I'd be very surprised if they stay up at this point. Like they're seriously getting cut adrift.
Yeah.
But that's like, and obviously Norwich, they did get a man sent off, but it's like a must-win game at home to Norwich. And this is another one where if they don't beat Burnley at home, they're screwed. Basically, they are screwed. And even in January, like they spend. Remember when QPR was spending shitloads of money?
Like, Granero and
and they brought in that Loic Remy, I think, in January on loan, and he was actually decent. He scored a couple of bangers in it, but it's to like change your team or like to add quality players in January and for them to make enough of an impact to turn your season around that much. It's just like
even when like Allardyce has come in, who's like renowned for like turning teams around, it always takes him like at least a month or so to get the team playing how he wants them to. So you're still losing points during that period, and like you said, they can't be affording to lose points. So they got loads of, they're going to be buying a lot of players, but making them all gel with a new manager as well, it's not going to be easy.
Yeah, and also if you buy them and then you still get relegated, then you're lumped with all these players who probably aren't really going to want to play in the Championship and going to be on like stupidly high wages. I know that doesn't really matter with the amount of money that they've got, but still, like, but I think it's bloody good for football anyway. If they do go down, like good luck. Getting out of the Championship. I'm sure they will pretty quick time. It just sets everything back.
Imagine if they go down, what odds they'll be to win the Championship next season.
I think there are a lot of comparisons to QPR because QPR were chucking loads of money at it.
They were,
and it didn't make any fucking difference. Just
a team of complete randomers.
Yeah, exactly. Saints Brighton. So I thought I was wondering whether this was the right game to take Sanchez out because Saints away isn't the worst fixture in the world, but I thought I'd just go for it anyway. And Saints are playing some all right stuff.
They are, to be fair. Yeah, Hassan Hüttl's there. I saw something about he's the like longest serving manager now since like someone in the 70s or 80s or something. I think he's only been there like 2 years.
Well, for Saints.
They're quite settled. Like they all know their jobs. Like they won't go down.
Nah. And Livramento, from what I saw against Leicester, played pretty well. Again, that was a cheap option that I've now removed. That it's a good fixture against Brighton. So I might regret that. Wolves Liverpool we sort of talked about.
City, we both desperately need Foden to be back because he's gone down in price and like team selected by. So I'm hoping that obviously in the ideal world he starts and Bernardo doesn't, and in an ideal world Bernardo comes on with 2 minutes to go so that no one gets a sub come on. But
that would be ideal. I think there's like we touched on the way that Watford are playing and the way that they attack. I think there is a good chance that they will score in that game. I hadn't quite realised that Foden had dropped. I think if I do end up bringing Son in or trying to get Son in, then he would be the one to go. Which it would leave me with only a one-man City defender and no one else. But Greg saying that Saints were shit against us second half. I didn't. Other than match of the day, I didn't watch the second half, so I couldn't really comment. But we did obviously have 2 gilt-edged chances, saying that Newcastle is still a long way to go. There is, but I think that there's a stat that no team in the Premier League who hasn't won a game after 14 games has stayed up. I don't know how many teams that would actually be who would have got 14 games into the season without winning. Probably not many, but still, they just need to start winning like straight away, starting with this game against Burnley, because otherwise they will be completely cut adrift.
Isn't there that stat as well about if you're bottom at Christmas? I think there's only one team that's done it and that's stayed up.
I think.
Has it been a bit more in recent years? There's been
I think it's like 2 or 3 because Leicester did it that season, the Great Escape season. I think West Brom were the first ones. Before that, and there might be another at this point. I'm not sure.
But
they've got Newcastle have got Leicester as well after that game. So That it would be typical of Leicester that if we if you really need a win, if you haven't won a game all season, then you do it against us. That would be typical, but hopefully not. Go St. Maximin or Lowton for that game. That's a good question. I'd probably say St. Maximin.
Yeah, I would. I think Burnley can see quite a few away from home. If it was the reverse and it was Burnley at home, then I'd probably go the other way.
The atmosphere did sound really good. I know that it's a bit of a cliche with St. James's Park, but it did actually sound really good for that Norwich game as well, considering how shit they're doing. But I just can't think of Newcastle now. Without every time I think of them, I just think of that scary woman's face, like she's like
well, Botox bitch.
Yeah, she's petrifying. She's actually like fucking giving me nightmares and shit. Like, so yeah, screw them basically. Screw them. Leeds Brentford. I think Brentford are really starting to struggle a bit now, and I think if Bamford's back, that could be a big lift for Leeds in that game.
Yeah.
They've also like Phillips came back recently, and he's definitely made a difference.
Yeah.
So yeah, like could go either way, but I think Leeds are definitely improving.
Yeah, that's got like a 1-0 again, a 1-0 Rafinha written all over it, bonus points.
Yeah, I
can't get him in.
Yeah, I'd say so. But yeah, Brentford sort of like maybe Tony's the only one there's still a few Tonys knocking about on there, but less and less.
Yeah.
But yeah, they definitely do tend to be involved in quite low scoring games.
Yeah.
United Palace.
They were poor against us, man. Like they were. Like I'm so disappointed. But yeah, I don't know how. Is that new guy going to be in charge now or not? It doesn't really matter. He's probably having some sort of influence on the team anyway. But
yeah, I think so. That I wasn't expecting Carrick to resign after the game yesterday. That was a bit random.
He resigned.
Yeah, Carrick. Yeah. After the game, Carrick stepped away. He said, "That's it." Like,
okay.
So, I think he said he wanted a break or whatever anyway. So he basically just did those couple of games as caretaker manager, and now he's gone.
Right, I see. So he's not even going to be part of his staff. That's what you're saying.
No. Those basically, that's it. But yeah, the way that Palace have been playing, man, I wouldn't be surprised if Palace cause an upset there, or definitely make it a competitive game for sure. But yeah, and it'll be interesting to see what he does with United. Like, obviously, really stick with the McFred that all the fans like fucking absolutely hated under Ollie. I saw that Carrick was stuck with it, and Fred got a lot of praise for his performance last night.
He was shocking in the first half. Like he gave the ball within the first. Remember, we had like 3 or 4 corners in the first minute, and he gave the ball away about 5 times. And a lot of the time, it was like the ball. He tried to trap the ball like with his studs, and it just went straight under his foot. But he did set up one of the goals, I think, didn't he? And he was a bit.
It was a nice setup, yeah. But he also stamped on De Gea's for the goal. And I noticed that when Smith Rowe took the shot, he was the only one with like his hand up in the air, being like, well, it's like, "You're the one who did it." Like, what are you on about? But yeah, obviously, I don't even have any United players at the moment.
But their fixtures are really good now.
Are they? Yeah. Yeah.
So I would be interested in if Shaw's back anytime soon, and because the attacking options are so expensive. I know United are still conceding a lot, but if this new guy can change that around, a lot of people had Shaw at the start of the season, didn't they? So I'd look at maybe Shaw or Greenwood's my one, but I just have to wait and see how many minutes he's going to get. Yeah.
Matt saying 2 assists for Fred.
Maybe
get him in. Get him in. Differential. Spurs Norwich, like you said, should be an ideal one for Son. That another good one for Reguilon as well. But also that I know he's not been on form, but that's the sort of fixture that has like Harry Kane hat trick written all over it.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got him, if you're not captaining him at home to Norwich, then
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Norwich are playing a bit better though recently. I think Smith has made a bit of an impact.
I think they're better. They're not conceding as many, but going forward, they still look like they've got that sergeant. He cracks me up. Like look, Ron Weasley. Like he's just
he's American, isn't he?
Yeah, American. Yeah, and they've got Rashidska as well, and they were together at the Werder Bremen team that like went down. So bit of a random squad, but relying heavily on Pookie.
Yeah, which he's a good finisher, but he's not gonna keep you up on his own.
No.
And like Campbell doesn't seem to like.
Yeah, is he? What's going on with him?
I don't know. I don't even know if if he is playing. He's not impacting games at all. Where compared to how he was doing in their first year. Villa Leicester. I'm going away this weekend, but I'm hoping that I'll be back in time. Probably not, but it's quite good. Like at the O2, sorry, just a bit of a tangent, but at the O2, I went to see a gig the other night, when Leicester were playing, and I didn't realize if you're on O2, you can connect to the Wi-Fi in the venue. Yeah, which is prime. So I ended up when the gig started, I turned it off and I was watching the gig. But when I got there, I got a pint and I was behind someone who ordered 5. They do double pints.
Yeah,
he ordered a round of 5 double pints, and like it was pouring so slowly. Honestly, it took fucking ages. So I was just at the bar watching the Leicester game on my phone, which was pretty cush.
How did he carry those?
Everyone was with him, like behind him.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was next to him in the bar, and like, I could hear them all chatting. I was like, I really need to try and get ahead of these guys. So yeah, for God's sake. But yeah, I had the game, so happy days. So I think it'll be the same case. I'll probably be traveling, but I should be able to watch the 4:30.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's gonna be a tight game. Both teams to score 100%.
Yeah, definitely.
100%. And yeah, Madders, mate.
I was thinking about putting him in, but I feel like I've missed the boat. I know it's only been 2 games, but it's like he does seem to go in spurts of like maybe he could do it again this game, and then after that, maybe not.
He does, but he's still. I think he's gone up 0.1. Like for me, it's a no-brainer for the Rafinha anyway, because it's Leeds at home to Brentford.
Yeah.
And then we're at home to Newcastle the following week, I think. So and I think Madders has. Well, I definitely remember him scoring against Newcastle last season. So yeah, that's my plan. Yeah.
Is Tielemans back this week?
Not yet, I don't think. Like I said, I think Dewsbury Hall, he should play. He has to start. So I think we'll see Dewsbury Hall play. You'll probably get a load of people bringing him in after that, and then Yuri will come back. So yeah, but yeah, that's a tough game. Very hard to call. And then Everton, Arsenal. What are you saying?
Well, you've got to be confident, aren't you, against Everton at the moment. They're like, I know we just lost, but it seems like a good game to bounce back.
Bit of a toxic atmosphere there at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's bound to happen. This is the thing. You bring in a manager who the fans don't like. It's the same with like Steve Bruce at Newcastle, isn't it? It's like for a manager, it's going to be so hard to turn around that opinion. And as soon as things go wrong, they're just going to be like, "Yeah, we thought you were a prick anyway." So,
and they didn't exactly play. He doesn't play the most expansive style of football, does he? To say the least. So if you're not winning games and you're playing shit, and you're the manager of like your hated rivals, then yeah, it's just a recipe for disaster.
Yeah. But yeah, Sly one, you got to wait till Monday night. So
I know. Right. I didn't realise that.
Long weekend for you.
Yeah. Just a quick one. There's midweek next week as well, isn't there? Oh no, I thought there was. Is it the week after? Yeah, the week after.
Yeah, the week after. Yeah, so really are starting to come thick and fast now. That's the thing. December's just so crucial. Like, so a lot can change ahead of that second wild card. So yeah. Greg's asking who we've all got in the head-to-head, so I'll just bring that up quickly. And like I said last week, we will be starting a Foxton Fantasy head-to-head from January. So just to incentivize those that are falling behind in the league, like your Spooners. We'll get that set up in the next few weeks. close one between you and Matt. Me beating Greg. But yeah, fixtures for game week 15. Oh, it's me against you then. So we got double head to head this week.
Greg against Rye, that's huge.
Greg against Rye, big. That is big. And Reedy against Matt. So yeah, a big week of fixtures. And I was looking at the standings, with the exception of Greg, and I'm sorry to have to say that. It just is what it is. It's very, very tight.
Do you know what? I haven't even looked at this. I'm fucking way down there.
Yeah. Crazy, isn't it? When you're absolutely smashing everyone on points in that league.
Yeah.
Like the closest to you is like Rye and Reedy on 8-17.
Yeah.
But it just shows the head-to-head. It doesn't matter.
The cup will be starting soon as well, won't it?
Yeah, the cup is from the 1st of Jan.
Yeah.
But
you've always done quite well in the cup, haven't you? I usually go out for I've gone out for
not so much in recent years. Even last year when I was killing the points, I think I went out week 1, I think, or week 2. There was just that 1 year, and it was a long time ago now. It's like a long time ago. But I got to round like 10 or 11. Like it was crazy. I was getting like right down to the final few.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Reed will be shaking in his boots. We could do with you winning that, Matt, because I suppose you're both on 8 wins, but he's on more points.
Yeah.
Greg said he had no points a few weeks ago, so coming back strongly. Yeah, it's you can go on a little run in the head to heads of picking up a few wins and shoot yourself right up there. But yeah, cool. How long we been going?
50.
Should we have a little look at I do like checking out the transfers.
Yeah, check the transfers. I reckon a lot of people put Ronaldo in, even though he's got injured. And a lot of those people will be putting him in for Kane, which is a bit stupid because obviously they've got Norwich next. So
yeah, I think that's because I took I had Lukaku then Vardy, but now I've taken all the money out of my strikers. It means that it's going to be difficult. Like you were saying, the situation that you're in. It's going to be difficult to get an expensive striker back in without moving things around quite a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a long way to go, man. A long way to go. So transfers in Ramsdale top. So for keepers. So that I'm part of that. Regulon, nice little price rise. I think I only paid 5 mil. So little price rise on him already. Rudiger, a lot of people going for.
Yeah.
His fixtures though, innit?
Yeah, I don't know what their fixtures.
Well, they're decent.
Yeah.
So I think James was on the bench, wasn't he?
Good question. I don't know. I'm hoping that he's back for this. I tried looking earlier to see if there's any comments about if he'd be back, but I
couldn't see anything.
Yeah, I didn't see anything there. Let's have a look.
I think he's my biggest price riser.
No, James wasn't on the bench last game.
Oh, he wasn't.
No, Lukaku was, and he came on.
Okay.
So.
Okay, cool. A lot of people going for Diaz. Yeah, Robertson's. Yeah, so he's gonna rise in price soon, Robbo probably. But still, a lot more people bringing in Trent. So
yeah.
I think I got him in at 7.8. So got a price rise there as well. And Tomiyasu is in there as well.
Nice.
People started jumping on a bit of Tomiyasu. I thought, he didn't have the best game yesterday, did he? But
I don't know. I thought he was all right. I mean,
it's difficult on the other side because Tavares would be a shout, but I just feel like it's only a matter of time until Tierney comes back in.
I'm pretty sure Tierney will be back on Monday.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised that he didn't play in such a big game. Just the experience factor.
Yeah.
A lot of people starting to bring in Madders. A bit surprising that so many people are bringing in Rafinha when their fixtures go so after this week. You're basically bringing him in for the game against Brentford, and that's it.
Yeah.
Bit weird. Henderson's up there, which is strange. People are so reactive, innit? Just score one goal and it's get him in. It's like Hoiberg. Like Højbjerg, like never. You said you've seen he's playing a little bit further up the pitch, but since when has he ever been a goal scorer or an assister? Like,
Nah,
never.
yeah, he's average like 1 goal a season probably.
Yeah, weird one. But yeah, no surprise to see Jota and Bernardo in the top two. I definitely feel like I've missed a Jota bandwagon, so I'm just going to allow it.
Yeah.
And then up front, Ronaldo coming back in. Like you said, I think it's their fixtures, isn't it?
They've got really good fixtures.
Wow. Yeah. Not having any United players seems like a bit of an oversight with those.
Back-to-back home games against Palace and Norwich, just like, that is probably not having United. But it's just, I don't want to take a -4 and put someone in that's going to either not play or only play an hour.
No, I don't actually have any plans to bring an United player in, but I'm going to have to seriously think about it. Maybe Bruno as a differential.
It's just so expensive though. I've tried to I would have to take. I think Son's fixtures get not. I think have a look at Reguilon's fixtures. I think they start going downhill a little bit in like 2 or 3 games time. No, they don't really.
Not really. Just that Liverpool game, Leicester away, but no, they've got a nice little run. Yeah, all in December.
I didn't really want to take Foden out because when he does play, he's like we saw earlier in the season, he was playing like right up there, and he is quality.
Yeah,
it's tricky.
People still bringing Vards in.
The other problem with Fernandes is that obviously Ronaldo took the penalty last night, so I don't know. Obviously, he was Fernandes last season, so I don't know if he's going to be rotating pens or whatever.
That's true. I think it's just too many. Yeah, like I said, it's just too expensive because you basically have to take Salah out, and that's just not happening.
No.
So I think Greenwood or Ronaldo might be the ones. I still like the idea of Cavani if he can actually get fit and have a run of games because of his price. I think that he would actually be probably the best shout, but just constantly injured at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah. They haven't even said about like what's going on or when he's back or anything. So I think if I am going to get another big boy in, I'd have to maybe look at bringing in like a Dennis and one striker that just doesn't play like a full. I'd have to my bench is pretty strong at the moment. I'd probably have to sacrifice my bench a bit to get another premium player in.
If you did want a really, really cheap striker who actually does play, it would be. I noticed the other day, Sargent. Oh no, 5.4. It's not as cheap as I thought. 5.4.
Dennis is 5.4, isn't he? The only one I thought of was that Gelhardt, but now that Bamford's back, he ain't going to be getting a look in. So
no,
I was hoping that Martinelli was a striker, but he's a midfielder because he's 5.2 and he looked really good last night. But yeah, he's a midfielder, unfortunately.
Locadia is 4.4. He came on.
Yeah,
he looks shit though,
and it's hard to make a case for any of these.
No, it's basically like you're just if you really want to save money, and just accept that they're never going to play, but bit dodge. All right, transfers out. We'll wrap this up at an hour. So transfers out. We've got Foster, no surprise. So many people transferring James out. That's crazy.
Yeah,
that is crazy. I mean, unless there is some word that he's not going to play again this weekend, I don't know.
I haven't seen anything yet, but no, I think it's just a case of people just taking him out and putting Rudiger in.
Yeah. Livramento on there as well. Chelsea got a few injuries in defence, is it? Like Chalobah, Chilwell.
Oh, Chalobah's out as well, is it?
Yeah, well, he's an orange flag, so
yeah,
quite likely. Yeah.
So Chelsea defence might not be so great.
For a couple of weeks potentially.
Yeah.
Gallagher, people jumping ship already.
I said that he'd be one of the most transferred out because he did nothing. But he's also, I think he was low down on the transfers in as well. So I think he's actually gone up 0.1, even though he's the most transferred out. So
really?
Yeah.
You probably got him in quite early as well, didn't you? So he put like last week, or a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, I'm not surprised if he's gone up. Mane, we saw that he was quite high up the other week, which I was a bit surprised about. So some people going out there. Son is a weird one with those fixtures that they got coming up, like you said.
Yeah.
How long Sarr unknown return day? I don't even know.
Yeah, they've got loads of injuries, but they still play well against Chelsea.
Yeah. And yeah,
I'm hoping that Gundogan's going to be out because it's more likely that Foden will play then.
Yeah. Interesting that Kane and Ronaldo are exactly the same price, so there's a lot of people flicking between those two.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and Vards is up there too.
So you definitely go Salah captain then, yeah?
I don't really know who my other options would be, really, because they're all away from home. A lot of them are away from home. So yeah, it has to be, really. It has to be.
Not a cheeky Reguilon? Hope for a clean sheet and like an assist?
Nah.
Can't tempt you.
It can't be captain in regular. Like, nah. I'll take the points that he's bringing in, but not not captain. I think if Foden was fit, maybe you could consider that, but no, it's got to be Mo. Same for you.
Yeah, I'm sticking with Son. I got it at home to Norwich. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, makes things interesting this week.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, cool. Well, yeah, we've hit an hour. My lunch break is supposed to be an hour, so I better end it there. But yeah, cool. Thanks, man. Thanks for joining. And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe if you do come on and watch post haste. Obviously, a bit of an awkward time going at lunchtime on a Friday this week, but we'll try and get back to our normal slot next week.
Man. Yeah.
All right. Good luck. 2 head-to-head, so double the importance this week.
Yeah.
And good luck to everyone else.